Hello, and welcome to this video on the story of Charles Bronson, the UK's longest-serving prisoner. Over the past 4 decades, Bronson has become one of the most notorious names in the country's criminal history, with a reputation for violence, aggression, and a seemingly unbreakable spirit. But who is the man behind the name, and what led him down the path of crime and incarceration? In this video, we'll explore the life of Charles Bronson, from his early years to his criminal activities and his time behind bars. Early life. Born in 1952 in Luton, England, Michael Peterson, later known as Charles Bronson, grew up in a troubled household. His parents divorced when he was young, and he was often left alone with his strict, disciplinarian grandmother. As a teenager, he struggled with a lack of direction and purpose in his life, and turned to petty crime as a way of gaining attention and validation. Criminal activities. Bronson's criminal activities quickly escalated, and he soon became known for his violent and unpredictable behavior. He spent time in various prisons across the UK, but it was his notorious attack on a fellow inmate in 1974 that led to his life sentence. Since then, Bronson has spent most of his time in solitary confinement, with frequent outbursts of aggression towards prison staff and fellow inmates. Psychological profile. Bronson's behavior has been the subject of much speculation and analysis over the years. Some experts believe he suffers from a personality disorder or mental illness, while others argue that his behavior is a product of his environment and upbringing. Whatever the root causes of his aggression, it's clear that Bronson has become a symbol of the UK's struggling prison system and the challenges it faces in managing violent and disruptive inmates. Controversies. Bronson's imprisonment has been the subject of much controversy over the years. Some argue that he has been mistreated by the prison system, with long periods of solitary confinement and limited access to basic human rights. Others point to his repeated acts of violence and argue that he has brought much of his suffering upon himself. Whatever your opinion on the matter, it's clear that the story of Charles Bronson is a complex and multifaceted one, with no easy answers or solutions. Conclusion. In conclusion, the story of Charles Bronson is a fascinating and sometimes disturbing one. It's a story of a troubled young man who turned to crime as a way of finding meaning in his life, and who has spent decades in prison as a result. It's a story of violence, aggression, and psychological turmoil, but also one of resilience, determination, and a refusal to give up in the face of adversity. Whether you see him as a hero or a villain, one thing is certain: Charles Bronson will continue to be a figure of fascination and intrigue for many years to come. Thank you for watching.